Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a plan with me for November 9th through the 15th, and I'm going to be using this SPC kit called Remember Me. I am very excited to use this kit because it's really fun and bright colors. So I'm going to go ahead and set down the base and I'll be right back. I finished setting down the base, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with Monday. So this was the week that I actually returned to work in person, and it's a hybrid model, meaning that 4 days of the week it's in person for students, and 1 day of the week, which is Wednesdays, they basically do online work. But this was the first day back, and it was quite interesting. I did cut my sticker because it was a little bit big. So I'm going to use this little thing for reading. But yeah, like, it was interesting. So this was the first day back, and we had, we basically wore a lot of PPE. You wear a gown, you wear your face shield, your mask, and you can also wear gloves. So there's a lot of PPE involved, and yeah, it's definitely a different experience. But to mark my first day back, I kind of want to do it with a fun box. Let's see, I want to do it with one of these pattern boxes. I think I'm going to use this one. So there's like a lot of like, hand washing, sanitizing surfaces, like before they have snack, after they have snack. We did this before, but I feel like now there's like more sanitation involved, also with like, the toys and everything. Let's see, I want to use like a deco piece. I'm going to use this backpack here. Or should I use Dante? No, I'm going to go for the backpack. This is adorable. I love the deco. It's so much fun. So yeah, it was just kind of like, learning everything and how everything is going to be working. I don't know if they're going to close up again because of the increase in cases in California. I'm not sure. But anyways, this was for that. And then I do want to mark that I've been watching Evan Carmichael's top 10 videos, I believe. I think it was called Top 10 Rules. No matter how hard you work, you can go harder. And I think this video specifically focused on Kobe Bryant. So it was a really good video. I highly recommend it if you need some motivation to watch these videos. I feel like Evan does a really great job of like bringing together these snippets of other videos. It's really good. I'm gonna link it down below if you're interested. He has a great YouTube channel. So for that, should I use the iPod? No, this is an iPhone. Yeah, I think I'm going to use it. Yeah, there we go. So I did edit the video, so for that I think I'm going to use a fancy label. I'm going to use this one right here. And I think I'm going to use my penny as well. I'm going to use her from this sheet here. There we go. And then I did help my sister with her homework because she was a little bit behind on her schoolwork. So for that, I think I'm going to use a flag. Let's see, which one should I use? I think I'm going to go for this one here. Yeah. So hopefully you don't hear as much of background noise. I think the there's like this company that's our neighbor essentially, and they have like a lot of construction going on, so hopefully it's not too annoying. Yeah. So then I also was reading from the book, The Woman of My Dreams by Luz Maria. I'm not sure if that book is also available in English. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before, but it's really good. So I think at this time I was still reading it. So I'm going to use this pink little thing for that. This one here. Okay. Then moving on to Tuesday, I'm going to start it off the same. I'm going to use a little thing here. And then I'm going to cut off this one, because they're kind of big. And then I'm going to use a penny. I think I'm going to use this Wonder Woman penny, just because I feel like it makes sense. Let's see. While I was watching these videos, I was really just really impressed by the work ethic that, Kobe exhibited when he was training and practicing. It's really amazing. Truly, truly amazing. I mean, I would want them to make a film, a movie on his life, and just the amazing work ethic that he had. It's really astonishing to me. So yeah, so now I'm gonna mark work again. Let's see. I'm going to use this one here. Yeah, I'm going to use this one. And then I want to use Dante this time because I didn't use him last time. Let's see. I want to use Dante. Use this one. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, on this day I definitely want to mark that I watched a LovieDovie haul here on YouTube. So I definitely want to mark that. I absolutely love her videos, especially when she does her hauls. They're so much fun. So I also did help my sister with her homework again. So to mark that, I think I'm going to use this label here. For homework. And let's see. I also downloaded on this day The Palace of Illusions. So this is a book by an author who is a woman of color, and I'm super excited because I think I've read a book by her previously and I really enjoyed it, which I actually think I talked about in a previous video about briefly, but I really, really liked it, so I'm excited about this book. So to mark that I downloaded the book, I'm going to use, I think, this flag here. But just the title itself, is quite fun. The Palace of Illusions. So I think it should definitely be a fun read for me. And what else did I want to mark? I think that's it. I don't know what else to mark. Maybe that I did some cleaning, so I'm going to use an additional little thing for that. So I can move on to Wednesday. There we go. Okay. So moving on to Wednesday. Again, my little thing here. Oh, there we go. So on this day, it was Veterans Day, so I do want to mark that with a little thing. I think I'm going to use purple to mark that. Right here, Veterans Day. So we had no work, not even online. So on this day I did work on my LinkedIn profile, specifically on the experience section. So to mark that, I think I'm going to use some foil. And I need this other sticker here. This is in the copper foil for working on that. And then I did watch Lauren's haul. I always get so excited because on Wednesdays she uploads her hauls. So to mark that, I think I'm going to use this yellow little thing. I love how bright these colors are. It just makes the spread like so much fun. Oh, let's see. And then I did lay down the base of a kit. Oh, I want to mention that I did purchase my Valentine's Day kit from SPC. So I think I'm going to use maybe another flag or a fancy label. Yeah, I was kind of undecided because I was thinking about like which one I wanted, because there were two in particular that I wanted. One was like had a lot of red in it, and it kind of reminds me of my grandmother's. But I ended up going for the more pastel kit just because I liked the vibe of the kit a little bit better. But it was hard to choose one. Let's see. For that, I'm probably going to use this here. I don't remember what it's called. I'm just going to put it right there. And then I did a lot of printing out for my younger sister. So I think for that I'm going to use this pink flag here. I'm just printing out. Yeah. Okay. And then I also say put away the groceries. I'm going to mark that real quick. No, I'm going to use a different one. There we go. So then moving on to Thursday. Oh, okay. So on Thursday, I watched Maria Forleo's Tips for Success. Again, this was an Evan Carmichael video. So let's see. For that, I think I'm going to use this fancy label here. There we go. And I'm going to use this penny. Just going to go right here. There we go. I like Marie Forleo. I'm subscribed to her email list, so I receive like an email every week, and I really enjoyed her podcast interviews. They're really good. I actually purchased a book by one of the guests that she had. One of the things that I learned from that video is that you should show up as yourself and be intentional with how you send certain emails. She says that she's very intentional. So she likes the email to basically have a lot of positivity, and basically for the person that receives the email to feel the positivity and feel the love, which I think is a very interesting idea, in the sense of not just doing things because you have to do them or you want to do them, but actually having a specific energy in mind for how you want the recipient to feel, which I think is very very smart and very interesting. So I did want to mark work again. See, so I don't know if it'll be too crowded if I put this little thing here. I think it'll be okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna use I think this one here for work. And I'm gonna link down below all these videos that I've been watching if anyone's interested. I think they're really good. So for work, I think I'm going to use a backpack as my icon. Or should I use Dante? No, you know what? I'm going to use Dante because he's too much fun. He's so cute. I'm going to put him right there. So on this day, I was excited because my Target order actually arrived. So I'm going to use this purple box here. I got 3 books that I purchased. So just to show you real quick, this is one of the books that I purchased from Target. They basically had a deal where if you bought 2, you would get the 3rd one free. The least expensive one free. So this is the one that I got free as part of the deal. So I've read one of her books previously, and it's exceptionally good. I highly recommend it. Like I mentioned, I don't know if she offers this book in English, but if you can read Spanish, I highly recommend reading it. And I always mention her Instagram live interviews that she has on her account, and they're really good. And then I also got this other book by Regina. She was actually a guest on Luz Maria IG Live, and I really liked her conversation. She is a very big motivational speaker. I haven't watched her videos on YouTube, but I definitely wanted to get her book, and I'm excited to read it. So the prologue is by Cesar Lozano, and I do believe she offers this book in English. So if you're interested, I'll link it down below. And lastly, this is a book that I got from Dr. Rangan Chatterjeee. I'm not sure how you pronounce his name, but essentially he was an interview in Marie Forleo's podcast, and I really like his idea of feeling better in 5. So whether that is dedicating 5 minutes for exercise, 5 minutes for nutritious snacks, 5 minutes in nature, he basically has a lot of tools that can help you, and it's in 5 minutes. Like, no one can say, well, you know what, I don't have those 5 minutes in my day, because you actually do. I mean, it's only 5 minutes. So I'm very excited about reading this book, and I'll also link it down below. But yeah, that's like a little mini book haul, I guess. So I was very happy that my books arrived. It was so cool. So I'm going to get... I'm not sure what sticker I should use. I think I'm going to use this one here. There we go. Alright, so moving on. I did vacuum, so I do want to mark that. I'm running out of little things, which is kind of sad. It's okay. And lastly, I'm going to mark that I watched Planning Together. I don't have that much space, but that's okay. I think that's the last thing that I'm going to mark anyways, so it'll be fine. And then this time the guest was Lincoln. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I'm going to use this pink one to mark that. She talked a lot about goals, which is really cool. I'm going to link that below as well. I love watching Planning Together with Darian. She interviews someone different each week, and this time it was Lincoln. And one of the things that I really took away from their conversation, I mean, there was a lot that you can take away from the conversation, because she talked a lot about goal setting, how to stick to goals. But one of the things that I really stood out to me was that you can actually pivot. So you basically, instead of like giving up on a specific goal that you have, you can instead ask yourself, what is a different action item that will help you to accomplish that goal? So maybe it's like, taking different actions, because sometimes I think it can be frustrating when you're not making progress on a goal, and it's very tempting to give up and basically move on to something else. But I think that asking yourself this question can actually help you succeed and go through with the goal, because ultimately there's a reason why you set the goal in the first place. So I think that was excellent advice, and I wanted to follow that. So yeah, so let's move on to Friday. So I'm going to use again my little thing. And I'm going to use my sticker. So for Friday, I watched another Evan Carmichael video. That's kind of like becoming my routine now, and I'm actually really enjoying that. So to mark that, I think I want to use actually one of these boxes. I think I'm going to use this purple one. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. I think it's Vanderkam. So the title of the video was How to Take Control of Time. And there were a lot of takeaways that I got from that conversation. So one of the things that I took away from that video, I mean, there's so much that you can take away, but one of the things that she mentioned was that you should treat your priorities as if you had a broken water heater. Because essentially she mentioned the story of this woman who, was very busy, which is very typical. And basically she had a broken water heater. And every single day, I mean, she had to deal with, calling people to help her, basically take care of it. So at the end of the week, she calculated that she actually spent 7 hours of her week throughout those days basically resolving this issue. So the point is that you do have time for prioritizing. Obviously having a broken water heater was a top priority for her, so she had to find time in her day to basically take care of that. So she basically argues that you do have time for the things that are a priority in your life. You just have to make that time, but it's definitely there. So I love that idea that she says to treat that as a broken water heater. I thought it was really fascinating, because then it basically says that you have no excuses for not doing those things that are important to you. So that's one of the major things that I took away. Another idea that I really liked was her idea of basically listing 100 different goals, or I'm not sure if you call them goals or dreams. So basically this can be anything you want to spend more time doing. She mentioned that people typically start with, oh, I want to travel more. But then as you continue with this list of writing down those things that you want to do, it becomes a little bit harder, but then you kind of like write things down. Like, for example, you want to bike more, you want to go to a museum that is close to where you live. So then she says that you can, for each week, you can maybe pick something. So pick something off of that list, and your life becomes a lot more interesting. And in turn, you feel like you have more time. I thought that was so much fun. I think I'm going to try doing that to see how it works out for me. But anyways, I thought that was an exceptional video. So I'm going to link it down below if you want to watch it. So moving on, something else that I wanted to mark was, of course, going to work. So for that, I think I'm going to use this one. Whoa. It's quite big. I don't know if I like that. You know what? I think I'm going to use a smaller one, because that is quite large. Yeah. I'm going to use a smaller one instead. Yeah. So this is going to be for work. I'm always tempted to use like a different sticker, but I'm like, I have this fun deco, why not use it? I think I'm going to use this one here. So on this Friday, I think we were down 2 people because normally we have 4 people in that classroom. And then we only had 2, but thankfully we ended up getting a sub, so it was really good. It was really helpful. But yeah, so that is for work. And I also wanted to mark a conversation that I had with a sub actually, which was really interesting. I'm going to use this flag here for that, I think. You know what? I'm going to use this one instead. I think this one's more fun. Yeah. There we go. And then also, I did dedicate some time to my LinkedIn profile, so I definitely want to mark that. I think I was finishing up the experience portion. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this flag here. So this one is again from SPC in the copper foil. There we go. So then I think, oh yeah, I also wanted to mark my weekly review. So to mark that, I'm going to use a little thing. And I think we watched the Planning Together with Lincoln. So to mark that, I'm probably going to use this yellow little thing. There we go. So then moving on to Saturday, I did have cocoa for breakfast, but I don't know if I'm going to mark that. You know what? I think I will. I'm going to use this one for that. And then, so I did work on my job profile. Basically, I finished my LinkedIn profile. So for that, I am going to use this big box. Right here. I basically, I'm glad I dedicated time for that because usually on Saturdays I don't like to do, I don't like to assign myself a lot of things to do just because it's the weekend, but I actually feel like it makes my week a little bit more smoother by doing things on Saturday or Sunday. Of course, I want one day where, it's like nothing is really scheduled, but it really helped me by working on it on Saturday. And then I did log on to Top Notch Resume by Linda Rayner. She has like this course that she provides where I actually purchased it last year on how to write a top-notch resume so that you can get more interviews and ultimately get hired. I think she still has it available, but it's, in my opinion, it was worth the investment because it just really tells you how you need to write your resume. So I'm definitely glad I purchased that. I'll link it down below, the link if you're interested in purchasing it, but I thought it was worth it, and I think it'll come in handy because ultimately, I don't plan on staying at a particular job for 20 plus years, so basically I know that I'm going to be applying for jobs or other types of opportunities in the future, so I think that initial investment was beneficial. So then I also want to mark that I browsed for t-shirts online and that I bought my mom her Christmas gift. So for that, I think I'm going to use... Target has some really cute t-shirts, graphic t-shirts, and I'm very tempted to buy one, or a couple actually, but we'll see. I did purchase my mom her Christmas present because I didn't want to be late like I was last year. Like I couldn't think of anything really to get her. So it was kind of like I procrastinated purchasing something, but this time I did it early. So that's for that. And then I started reading my new book, which is The Palace of Illusions, which I've been enjoying. There we go. Hopefully it doesn't look weird. And then I was excited because I had so many cookies this day. I love chocolate chip cookies. And I was super excited because I got to eat several this day. I'm going to use this little bow again from SPC. There we go. And then moving on to Sunday. So on Sunday I watched Catnip's video, she does like these studio vlogs and they're so much fun. She has like this new space that she's moving into and she basically talked about like all the changes she's making, which was a lot of fun. I forgot to use this penny here. There we go. Okay, so to mark that I watched that, I'm going to use there we go. And then I did edit and post my plan with me. So I'm going to use this box here. And then my brother showed me, because my favorite movie, well, at least one of my favorite movies, like I would say in the top 3, is Cars. The one, I think it was released in 2006 and it's a Pixar film. It is by far my favorite movie. And basically I found out about this, like these little shorts, like short videos of Mater, and one of them is called Mater's Tall Tales, and it was funny. So I enjoyed that little video. So then something else that I did was I did do my budget check-in, and then I listened to the song When You Find Yourself by Brad Paisley. I think that's my favorite song out of that film. I love it. I'm going to use this over here. Put this one here. And I also watched the Muppets movie. So I'm going to use this movie marquee. The Muppets movie, I think I'm going to put it right here. And then I ended up starting another movie, but I didn't finish that one. So I think I'm going to use it down here. The title of the movie is called I'm Thinking of Ending Things. And so far, I think it's pretty good. I think it's just very interesting. There aren't many characters, but what I like is the psychological part of it. I like that there's a lot that the girl is experiencing and she doesn't know if it's real or not, and in a way she's uncovering like aspects of herself that she didn't know about before. It's just a really, I think, thought-provoking film. It's on Netflix and I enjoyed it. And I think that's it. So this is how the spread turned out. Thank you so much for watching and I hope I see you next time. Bye!